Thank you for joining me after the live stream. If you fast forward 3 minutes, you'll get to the beginning. I'm running a fun little video. That includes an old man walking into the woman's bathroom and going to the bathroom at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I caught on video. But otherwise, fast forward 3 minutes and you will be at the beginning of the content of this live stream. Oh, yeah.
This is where it all began. You're down there with your...
Oh, yeah. What do the guys get?
You just went into... Okay, you don't have to go. Yeah, I get it.
We're waiting for this one to hatch. I ain't going nowhere till this one's over. Why are you smiling? I know. Yeah, I said, why are you smiling?
Beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
You got a beautiful smile
Thank
too,
you.
so you can't like...
You're making me smile. I know why you're smiling. I'm still recording.
I don't think he's employees.
How many more smiles are we gonna get? I'm gonna try that.
He didn't even have to say he identified. He just walked right in there.
Oh, that's the new rules.
It was great.
That was great. That was a great
It was a little
response.
deceiving. Madonna with the urinal. So
Yeah.
he thought it was the right room.
That's a good point.
You
It was a
know?
freaking urinal.
He thought it was the right room.
All right, 5 by 5, 5 by 5, 5 by 5. I didn't want that. Un momento, mi amigos. Okay, this, we're just gonna hit play. We'll talk about this later. But I am gonna let that so your eyes can enjoy it. My actual reason for going live a couple days ago, I made this little thing you see on the side of the screen, this little video that's rolling. Because I want to talk about that at the end. But let's start out. First, I want to start out with the Minnesota thing with the ICE raid. I did watch it live from that young kid, I forget his name, who goes everywhere. I was actually watching it live as it happened. And it was not, if you are not aware, it was not an ICE raid. ICE was not there. DEA, FBI, everybody else was there. And it was a human trafficking operation. Not child trafficking, but human trafficking operation. And then all the people in the street went nuts, thought that they were grabbing illegal aliens off the streets, which did not happen. So egg on your face, Minneapolis, Minnesota. let's jump into, I think, what everybody's got on their mind. Now, I'm going to share some thoughts with you that I do not subscribe to. I am willing to put them on the back burner, but I think they're still important to share because I'm not right on anything or everything when it comes to foreseen events that are happening in real time. I mean, there are times I have information grossly in the future or grossly before things happen, which is pretty much what I'm famous for. I bought chickens 4 years before there was any culling of the chickens, and I was told there was going to be culling of the chickens. I wasn't told when, but I was told it was going to happen. And this, what's happening right now, and I told this to my audience before about 2 years ago, is we're in real time now. So there are no intel channels, and all the retired government officials who were leaking information to us, they're not doing that anymore. So everything is discernment. And I'm not going to apply discernment to this, but I am going to share ideas that have been brought up twice. One by Panda, White Feather, I'm sorry, Panda, I'm forgetting the channel. White Feather Swami on YouTube, Patriot channel. It's fun to watch. Does a little bit of mix of fun stuff and intel. He's deep diving on the orbs right now and opening up portholes, which is real. And there are so many good channels right now that are not getting any attention, who are giving good information. And that's kind of why you're watching this scrolling video on the side here. And I'll put that on loop. Panda said to me today, I believe that this is a WWE match that we're watching right now with Trump and Elon. And then someone who I don't share a lot of opinions with, but I do listen because it gets me through the night and I don't have to listen to commercials except for the built-in methylene blue commercials, which are about 5 minutes long now. Watching InfoWars or listening to InfoWars at night. Owen Troyer said twice, wouldn't this be interesting if this was a WWE match? Meaning that what we're seeing is created, not authentic, between Elon and Trump. I think most of us would agree that what we're seeing with Elon and Trump is somewhat heartbreaking. And it is not, it doesn't fit, which I believe is why people are saying this might be a WWE thing. And then for people who are concerned about his black eye, I'd like to remind you that the black eye that Elon has is on the wrong side of his eye for if he was getting that little worm bug put into his eye. The black eye doesn't happen on the outside. It happens on the inside next to the nose. So I did personally discount that. I'm not going to tell you what to discount. I do recommend that you don't dismiss like everything. Please keep some stuff on the back burner, like I'm going to keep on the back burner with this Trump versus Elon mess that's going on. Elon already said that he didn't care about the EV credits or, what was cut out of the bill because it didn't affect him because he was already up and running and all those EV credits were for Chevy, Ford, and everybody else who doesn't have any share of the EV market. He has full share of the EV market. Killer Fuzz pointed out to me today that the reopening of these nuclear plants will make it very easy to charge these electric vehicles, opposed to the fossil fuels that they're using now, which is the reason why they're having rolling blackouts in California, if they still are. Another thing that people have been saying is Elon went balls crazy this morning and last night. And he did mention the Epstein thing. I believe he said that the reason why we're not hearing about the Epstein files is because Trump's in them. This is very important to understand. All of the victims of Epstein that have come out and spoke have said that when they were there, which is before that woman from Australia committed suicide, supposedly. I don't even think she's dead, to be honest with you. All those women said that there were no underage girls. The one woman said that she was being told she was going to be a Victoria's Secret model. Dar Daddy. Epstein, at the beginning, up to a certain point, we don't know what point that was, halfway through his reign of terror or a quarter way through his reign of terror, he was only playing with adult women. Was Trump involved? Did he go? Trump said a few years ago that he was on Epstein's plane, and it was a domestic flight. Someone suggested to me today that Trump's first wife, Ivanka, I can't get these Eastern European names right. His first wife might have went to that island. The entire history of the island does not involve child trafficking. And if you watch Joe Rogan today with Kash Patel, he said that none of the videos involved anyone except Epstein. And Pam Bondi said the same thing. By the way, Pam Bondi is getting sued by the state of Florida for doing Trump's bidding or something like that. Side note. So let's take a look at Occam's razor. Could this be a false flag fight between Trump and Elon? Part of me honestly thinks it is, because Elon is kind of turned it up. We've seen Elon in the past attack a lot of other people. And right now he's like 300% higher than he usually is when he goes after someone. And he's very easy to let it go. He makes his comment and he moves on. But Elon has been like in a whirlwind of mental upsetness, for lack of a better term. He's just going balls out crazy on his text, which is outside of his personality. Now, if he took the worm, which I don't believe he did, that would make sense. That would be Occam's razor. But another Occam's razor is that this is some sort of false flag. I don't know why, but I do not believe it's so the Democrats call for the Epstein list because they think Trump's on it, because we don't need the Democrats to say, show us the list, to show the list. It's not necessary. They're not a part of the equation to get the job done. At any time, we could see the list. I'm going to remind you that all we have seen is the flight logs. The flight logs do not make someone guilty, and it doesn't mean they were there again at the time when child trafficking might have been going on that island. Here's my main concern is that what you see on the side of the screen there are a bunch of right-wing patriotic MAGA channels. And every single one of the thumbnails that you're looking at are created to get you to click, but none of them have any real fucking bearing on the bottom line. It's all 100% bullshit. And take a look at some of the channel names. And it's we all want to know what's going on. You know, we all want intel. Intel's dead, and we are in a news cycle, and that's why I'm much more quiet. But the exchange that you're making for this information is your health. And I said this before, but I'm very, very concerned about your personal health, your blood pressure, your ability to sleep at night, your anxiety. And these thumbnails that are crossing over the facts have no fucking bearing. First of all, they're stealing 20 minutes of your fucking life. How many times do you breathe a minute, and times how many minutes is this video? Those are breaths you're wasting at the end of your life on these worthless fucking videos that have no bearing. They don't move the barometer 1% at the end of the day on what the final outcome of our country is going to be. I will say, however, I am a bit disappointed on what's going on, and my barometer is moving closer to we're going to have to take care of this on our own. We don't need a lawyer to tell us we can remove a treasonous judge. We could just do it. Will we go to prison for the rest of our lives? Maybe. But is our life almost over? Maybe. Do we have grandkids that we want to experience the same life that we had in this country? Most of us. So as we move closer to July 2026, which I believe is a complete deadline for Trump to clean everything up, we can't waste our time on videos like these where they're sharing useless fucking information. You feel good. And on another point is these videos are just like those cop videos where the citizen First Amendment guy is out there and he's got his video camera and he's walking into a library and the cops are called and it is all of these videos are sex without the orgasm. There is no conclusion. There's never an end. All of those cop videos, you never even know what happened at the end. They just show you cops showed up and told somebody that they're trespassed. And that's it. There's no orgasm at the end of any of these videos. Therefore, I'm asking you or suggesting that you don't watch these videos and block these channels. See those little 3 dots in the lower hand corner underneath the time of the video, the length of the video? If you click on that, you could tell YouTube not to recommend the channel. It might take a couple days. They might recommend it again, but just keep blocking the shit. I've blocked thousands and thousands of channels. And I want you to know that this 14 thumbnail scroll you're looking at was from one time I opened up YouTube, hit the home button, and I counted. The home button gave me 60 choices of videos. 14 of those fucking videos were these useless fucking thumbnail videos where there has no bearing whatsoever on the fight we're in. The outcome of whatever happens in the title of these videos will not change anything. So I have said that my concern, and I've said this privately and I'm going to say it publicly now, there's either two things going on. Either Trump will clean up the mess, or Trump could be connected to a new mess. Trump might not be the hero that we think he is. He might be a good guy, but he might not have all the interests that we expected him to have. For instance, the AI bill where no one can sue AI or prevent AI from doing anything for the next decade. That's the most ridiculous freaking thing I've ever heard. And more importantly, the feud between Elon and Trump is fueled by things done by Mike Johnson. It's not a Trump thing. So it doesn't make sense that Elon he's smarter than me. How does he not realize it's not in Trump's hands? It was in Trump's hands. He released it. They do what they always do. They change it and upgrade it. And then Mike Johnson passed it through and handed it off to the Senate. But it's Mike Johnson's baby. Donald Trump is just the sperm donor. The egg belongs to Mike Johnson. It doesn't make any sense that Elon Musk is going after Trump. Again, Occam's razor, unless we're looking at a WWE situation where, I can get rid of this now, where this is a show. Now, would this be an idea that Elon would come up with and tell to Trump? Yes, that also fits the narrative, the possibility of narratives that we're looking at. So let's read a couple comments. Dar Daddy says, saw that 5 minutes ago. Blueski Mom, hey everybody. Blueski Mom, and done that with many. So please keep in the back of your head that there's a great deal of right-wing MAGA people that are either really dumb or are not worried about your health, but worried about if they can get you to click and stay on YouTube for X number of minutes. And there's a good side to it. The good side to it is I'm seeing a lot of minority channels getting 250,000 views, and they have good content. And then I see a huge amount of channels. As soon as you hear a computer voice, an AI voice, block the channel automatically. Most of them usually use 5-year-old video from Congress. And they don't use the AI channel. They're just reintroducing stuff that's from 5 years ago, which is dangerous to do because you think that Thomas Massey is talking about something that happened today or yesterday, and he's talking about something that happened 5 years ago and has no bearing whatsoever on what's going on today. So it does sadden my heart. I'm sure it saddens your heart to see what's going on between these two gentlemen. And I have, I am not allowing it on my front burner regardless. How did that happen? And so that, I guess today's video is more of a word of caution than it is information, but I hope you take what I'm saying seriously and you take the time to block channels that are feeding you this absolute crap, this worthless crap. Let's stop looking at it. Dear Daddy says, done that with many. Amen. So I'm going to keep this short, and I'm going to bid you all a beautiful day. Interestingly enough, I work for a company that has been around for over 100 years, and I am the first person to report a penis injury. And I am on light duty. And in no way, shape, or form am I an adult actor. So I hope that brings a smile to your face. It's true. Uh, I even used the word, the medical definition for it while reporting it. And then that manager had to use that word and write it in their report. So peace and love worldwide. Live your life before your life lives you, guys. And please take time to to get away from this. I know there are just a percentage of people who are only on YouTube to find out what's going on, which is probably the worst source of all. If you can stand 30 minutes of methylene blue commercials per hour, I would recommend the Alex Jones Show, the War Room on. It's running 24 hours a day, so you can watch anytime and you can rewind if you're watching. He's got 3 shows: Owen Troyer, the War Room, and something else, some other guy. You could just move the cursor back to Alex if you just want to watch Alex. And the nice part about moving the cursor back on that 24-hour live stream is as soon as he does one of these 3-minute methylene blue commercials, you could just fast forward through it and get to the next segment of news. That's highly what I recommend if you want to watch news. Unfortunately, even Redacted is creating these thumbnails that cause anxiety just by looking at them. And that's not fair to us. And the reason they're doing it is because they are monetized, and I am not monetized. I don't care if 5 people watch this video or 500,000 people watch this video. It doesn't matter to me. The people who care will come, and some people will get a value out of what I have said today, and some people won't, and some people are already doing it. So peace and love worldwide. And Dar Daddy says, see you soon, brother. From Edmonton, right on. Oh, that's cool. I love it when I got somebody from out of the country. A couple of years ago, the first year we did the Redhead Stepstacker family reunion, I actually suggested that we go up to the border of Canada and we have a party on our side and a band, and we serenade Canada and they have a party on their side, and then their band plays and serenades back. And we just have a party at the border with our Canadian brothers and sisters. Everybody thought that was a good idea, but we needed somebody in the area to find the land that we could legally do that. And that never happened. So peace and love worldwide, everybody. Live your life before your life lives you. Keep on smiling. God bless America. And, let's just take a minute to pray for those of you who haven't jumped out yet. Dear God, please bring peace to our planet. Please stop letting children and women become victims of violence, especially the violence that's being bestowed upon us by illegal aliens. Please, Lord, wake up those who cannot see. Allow our loved ones to understand that they're being violated emotionally by a propaganda system. Please allow peace and serenity to come to Elon and Trump if what they're doing is not a planned event. And thank you, Lord, for everything you've given us and everything you've taken away. Amen. All right. Deadliest Creation, good evening. And it's probably worth going back and watching this at 1.25 speed. Also, I'd like to recommend watch all my videos at 1.25 speed. It's less time out of your life, and I sound like I'm talking at a normal speed at 1.25 speed. All right, later, everybody. I love you.